It will be interesting to see if the brand's new owners can get the company's mojo back. If you had to list the icons of swinging 60s London, you'd probably include the Mini Cooper somewhere near the top. It was a car that really seemed to capture the spirit of the time. It didn't look like anything else on the road. It was quirky, cool, and refreshing, and it's no surprise that it became such a success. However, as the swinging 60s made way for the sexy 70s, the electronic 80s, and the naughty 90s, the Mini ran out of road. The brand failed to capitalize on the amazing iconic power of the product that was right under its nose. Over the years, it hadn't really invested in staying power to keep the brand relevant and meaningful. By the end of the century, the last car it ever made, the 5,387,862nd, was almost identical to the very first one it made. Fortunately, this wasn't the end of the story. BMW was standing by to turn this 20th century icon into a 21st century one. BMW bought the iconic brand, having seen the opportunity to revive it for the modern market. Working with its design consultancy team, DesignWorks, BMW set to work identifying and defining everything that had made it so iconic, and it did so with a quirkiness that perfectly matched the brand. It created a human body archetype that merged the cuteness of a child, the muscular shoulders of a man, and the soft forms of a woman. This added an emotional human element to the 3D design of the car. It identified a handful of iconic elements: the oval headlights, the hexagonal radiator grille, and the elliptical door handles, and it highlighted them further by adding chrome surrounds. This helped to draw attention to the distinctive elements that had given the original Mini its noticing power. With this iconic groundwork done, BMW set about designing an updated version of the car that retained the classic character, but was updated to fit the higher expectations of the modern driver. This more relevant design laid the foundation for the car's staying power. For the second time in its history, the Mini became a hit. BMW went on to add the final piece of the puzzle by building the Mini's scaling power to boost its recognition. It did this by expanding the line of products from a single model to a 5-door wagon, a convertible, and several other variants. It took the iconic brand language it had developed and used it to inspire a broad range of Mini merchandise, from watches to luggage to sportswear. And finally, it used advertising and promotional channels to give the Mini maximum visibility for its audience. This is an absolute masterclass in iconic design. This book reveals how the world's biggest brands are using the above approach, and it shows you how you can apply that thinking to give your own organization iconic advantage. A lot of established companies are now operating in unfamiliar territory. The world of business has always evolved and developed, but today's accelerating pace of change has already surpassed the top speed of most companies, and it's sending them into a spin as they do their best to catch up. In many industries, the market is changing faster than organizations can. More energy is being spent on plugging leaks than plotting a course. Entire markets are being pushed towards commoditization as consumers are demanding things cheaper and faster. The phenomenon of fast fashion has transformed the high street into a place that delivers quantity rather than quality. It's all about low margins and speed to market, and that offers little buffer against market fluctuations. Another side effect of commoditization is reduced loyalty. When people make decisions based on the number of items they can get for the cash in their pocket, they're more inclined to walk across the road and give their money to a competitor. Retailers are currently trying to fix that by investing in social media in the hope that building relationships with consumers leads to loyalty and increased sales. The jury is out on whether that's effective. And traditional marketing isn't the brand-building solution it once was. Recent years have seen most forms of advertising become less and less effective. At the same time, media channels have exploded. The only way consumers can deal with the increasing deluge of marketing messages is to filter them out. And that's making it harder than